Okay, so a few weeks ago, I think it was OnCon. I'm not sure. It might have been one of the other programs that Brent and I do. I'm pretty sure it was OnCon. Somebody in Chatland threw on the chat said, "Hey, have you ever been bullied because you like anime?" And the response I gave was very simple. It was something to the effect, I think, of, "Well, yes, I have, but because I'm a big guy and I've always been a big guy, I've been able to handle it." And I just kind of left it at that. The reason why I gave such a simplistic answer was because at that moment in time that the question came up, we didn't have the ability to really talk seriously about it. We're doing other things like OnCon or whatever it was that we were doing. So as I was kind of thinking about today's video, what I wanted to talk about, I was like, you know what, maybe we should actually address that question and in a more helpful manner, maybe. I don't know if this will be helpful or not. um so being bullied, no matter what age you're at what time in the world that it happened, um it's still bullying, no matter what form it takes, and it sucks and it hurts and it makes you less, or makes you feel less than who you actually are, and that's the worst part. For me, anime didn't really come as a fandom until like basically the end of my high school year, my senior year of high school, and into college. And that's when it was. I knew what anime was, and there were certain things I liked, but it didn't really become a thing until really that time. Before that, it was comic books and Dungeons and Dragons and role playing, and various role playing games and science fiction. So, you know, when you're in elementary school, it's a lot easier, even though there are in crowds and out crowds, whatever. It's easier because you actually have a number of people that will be like minded, and you can enjoy that with your friends. As you grow older, unfortunately, when you hit ages 12 to 13, which some of you might be at, um, things take a turn. Boy, do they. And it's not fun. I will tell you this right now: if you're in middle school and not enjoying yourself, me too. That happened. And as you get older, you're going to realize that a lot of other people are going to have the same reaction. Going, would you like to relive your seventh and eighth, ninth grade years? No, it sucked so bad. So yeah, you're going to encounter that later in life. Just going to let you know. And the reason why it sucks is because you are in a place where um, things that don't matter suddenly. And who you're friends with matters. And in terms of social status is everything. And you can't be embarrassed. You can't slip up. You can't expose your inner geek, because nobody reads comic books anymore. Nobody plays Dungeons and Dragons anymore. Nobody does those things. You watch Star Trek, really? Wow. Okay, what's wrong with you? Oh wow. Wait. Voltron? What the hell? Huh? I don't get it. With the big eyes and whatever. There's something wrong with you. That's what happens, right? That's what happened to me. And for me, growing up in the 80s, and graduating in 1990, I'm telling I'm a little bit old. Can you tell by the hair I'm a little bit older? Um, so it's kind of hard to describe the 80s to people who haven't lived it. And it's a very materialistic time. And while some of the things that were important back then are still important to kids at that age now. Just going to give you an idea. If you didn't have the right sneakers, you didn't have Nikes, there was something wrong with you. You didn't have the right jeans, there was something wrong with you. You didn't have the right t-shirts, there was something wrong with you. You didn't have the right hat, there was something wrong with you. Oh, did you watch these TV shows that were about science fiction, Star Trek? There's something wrong with you. You like Star Wars? Oh, who the hell are you? There's something really wrong with you. Now, what's this thing with the big eyes, animation with the big eyes? You watch cartoons and those things? What the hell is wrong with you? So you don't do those things. And also, people say, well, if you have to have also the biggest, best TV, you have to live in the biggest, best house, you have to have the biggest, best life. And, it's just very materialistic. And if you didn't have those things, then there was clearly something wrong with you, right? So that's what it was like for me. And when people found out, and so as you go from elementary school into middle school into the dreaded middle school, 7th and 8th grade, and for some people, folks like me, ninth grade, because we had so many kids in the school system at that time that they actually put the freshman year of high school in with the middle schoolers. Um, so once you get into there, suddenly any friends that you might have had that were into that, but then decided that they needed to be socially conscious and be in the in crowd, they'll tell you, no, we're not into that anymore. Stay away. I don't want you to make me look like a geek, so we can't be friends anymore. Or they're still into those things as you are, but they move away or they go to a different school system, and it's just really hard to connect with those people. And then so there you are with these things that you like and nobody to enjoy them with. And if you voice that you want to do these things, then you get made fun of. People make fun of you. They do things. And for me, it's a little bit different than what's happening today. So I did not have internet back then. The internet did not exist as we know it today back then. I did not have cell phones. We did not have these things. We did not have laptops. We did not have any of that kind of gadgetry where things can happen instantaneously. So the bullying for me happened in one of two ways. Either it was direct to you by the people themselves. So in other words, it was either the person or the group of people that like confronted you and into your face bullied you. Sometimes that bullying would just be just talking about and making you feel bad, making you feel like crap, making you feel like you're less than who you are. In some cases, it would be physical, maybe get pushed around, things like that. The other part of it is, people talking behind your back, passing notes. You're not really aware of that until, you start seeing people looking at you and doing this, and then and that they're talking about you and that, and not in a good way. And then you start finding notes in places that are addressed to you, but they're anonymous. That was how people made fun of you in an anonymous fashion, was that they left stuff for you and you never knew really who it was. So for me, I'm just going to be honest here. It was learned that I was starting to enjoy anime. That I collected comics. That I was into playing Dungeons and Dragons and watching sci-fi. This one kid, Tony Liu, I think his name was, saw me on my lunch break reading a comic, and he happened to look over my shoulder. It was a panel where the heroine is busty, whatever. So then he spread the rumor that I was using comic books to go to the bathroom, men's room at school, and proceeding to look at the image and pleasure myself. That's the best way I can put it. And so that spread like wildfire, and people took it to be as truth and fact. And when you're in 7th grade and people are snickering at you because they think that that's what you're doing, and then you open up your locker and you find a couple comic books in there where people took pens and wrote, additional word bubbles or thought bubbles, or, made weird, lewd pictures and basically making fun of you, invoking your name and things like that to make you feel like a piece of crap. You want to drop into a hole and zip it above you and just die, right? And it's hurtful, and suddenly it feels like everyone's laughing at you, and it feels hard, and it meaning that it's just, how do you go through the day when every time you hear somebody laugh, your automatic reaction is, they're laughing at me. Damn it, they're laughing at me, and there's nothing I can do about this. So there are things you can do and there's things you can't do. For those of you who are in middle school today or in high school, one of the things that you have to deal with in terms of anonymous people being anonymous when they attack you is, of course, emails, online, Facebook group. There's a lot of other stuff that you can be made fun of on than I had, but it's still is the same feeling. It's still the same hurt. It's still the same embarrassment. It's still the same. Just please leave me alone. Just let me be me, and just let me go through life with the things that I enjoy. Why are you doing this? And that's the big question. Why? Because some of these people were your friends at one point, and now they're making fun of you. And it feels hard. And, you feel alone, and you feel like you should do something. Here are the things that you don't do. Taking someone out back and curb stomping them is going to create more problems for you. I had to learn that the hard way. So that's not an option. Even if you know how to defend yourself, like I do. At the time that this was happening to me, I was actually learning Taekwondo at Tompkins Karate Association. And there were a couple times where I was just like, fine, I'm tired of this. Let's go out back and settle it once for all. And it wasn't once and for all. It went on for 3 to 4 more years because everybody wants a piece of you when you do something like that. That's not a really good option. Worse options are threatening people with violence or with whatever threat that you come up with. That doesn't do anything. That's just going to hurt you longer in the long run in ways that really will complicate your life. You don't want to do that because you're also stooping down to their level when you do that. So don't threaten people. For God's sakes, do not put a weapon in somebody's face. Do not threaten somebody with egregious harm, like with a knife, a gun, a bat, or whatever. Please God, don't do that. It's not worth it. It's not worth you ruining the rest of your life because somebody was being a dick to you. It's just not worth it. It feels like it's the end of the world right now. It feels like there's nothing you can do. It feels like you just want it to end, right? Yes, I understand, and I felt that, and sometimes I feel that today. But those are options not available to you. So what options are available to you? Well, because we're in today's day, because we have the technology today, while the technology can be just as harmful in terms of people being able to say things anonymously and you can't do anything about it, you can also use that same technology to find your community, to find your friends, to find people who are like-minded, to engage in conversations, and to maybe meet in real life and find out that you're going to be best buds. Go to a convention and start talking to people, and just you don't have to be gregarious or anything. You can just say, hi, I'm so and so, and I like this, and start the conversation. Brett, that's how Brett and I met. We've been friends for a while now, and we met at a con at Anima and Animore. He was giving a panel, and I was asking him questions, and we started hanging out. But that's what I mean. You find your community, you find your friends, because they are out there. Because that's the thing. They are out there. There are other people like you out there. There truly, truly are. You just have to find them. You're going to have to make a little bit of armor for yourself, because you're still going to have to deal with these people who are going to bust your chops because you like anime, because you like comic books, maybe you like RPGs, or all the above, whatever it is. You're still going to have to kind of pull through that, but you can, because there's hope at the end of the tunnel. You just have to find the people who are like you. And sometimes you're going to find somebody who's going to feel exactly the same way as you are. That they feel down, they feel bad about themselves because they like this particular thing and they don't understand why people don't like them for it. And then they come across you because you feel the same way. You're going to find somebody and you're going to connect and you're going to commiserate for a bit. And then you're going to go, I feel better now. You want to watch some Gundam? Oh, let's check out. Let's go check out Fullmetal Alchemist. Let's watch some old anime or something, or let's watch Suzume. I hear that's at the local art house. Why don't we take a look at that? Why don't we watch that? Hey, there's the con going up next week. You want to go? That's going to happen to you. I'm telling you, that's going to happen to you. You just got to get there. So if you're in middle school right now, or if you're in high school right now, and you're dealing with this crap, and it is crap, just get yourself out of there. Because once you graduate, once you get out of high school, the world becomes different. I assure you. There's still stuff you're going to have to deal with, but things become different. You have more options. For example, if you go to college, boy, are you going to have options. You're going to take a look at that long ass list of various clubs and things you can join, and you're going to be like going, they have an anime club, they have a science comic book, they have blah, 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 blah. Hey, oh, wait, they're doing a Dungeon and Dragons thing adventure this weekend. Maybe I want to do that. Those things will be available to you. You just got to get there. So, if you happen to be right now in middle school and high school, that's the best advice I can give to you. Go online, find your community, find your friends, get through the middle school experience. And it sucks. Trust me, everybody agrees. It sucks. Even later in life, when the people who are really popular, they'll turn around and go, "Yeah, I didn't really like myself at that time." I've actually had people say that to me. So we all agree at some point later in your life that middle school sucked. High school could be good for you. It might be bad for you. It kind of depends on where you are and who you're with. But if it's bad for you, just know there are people out there. They're there. They're waiting for you. They're looking for you, as a matter of fact. As a matter of fact, there is somebody right now, if you're feeling bad about what you're doing, about your love for anime, and it's making you feel bad, I can assure you right now, this very, very moment that you're watching this video, they're looking for you. They may not know that it's you, but they are looking for you. They want the community too. You just got to find them. So, yeah, you've got options. There is hope. And you can get there. You can do it. Trust me, you can. If I can get through it without murdering somebody, you can too. All joking aside. You can do it. I trust you. I believe in you. You can do it. You got this. You truly do. Just put on a little bit of armor. Get through it. You can. All right. So that's about what I'm going to say today for this very, very serious subject. Just know that there are people out there who care about you, who like you, who love you. So please don't do anything to yourself that is final and that would hurt those people. Please don't do that. Because, it would suck if you're not in the world. So, yeah, please stay in the world. Please don't do something stupid that will take you out of the world. Because there's a lot of anime to watch. There's a lot of people to watch anime with. And there's a lot of people that will laugh with you, cry with you, have fun with you. So yeah, be good, be healthy, be good to yourself. Find your friends, find your community. We're out there. They're looking for you. Love you. And as always, watch more anime.